But first, the fallout of the Delhi High Court's landmark judgment legalizing gay sex. Today, the Home, Health and Law Ministers met in Delhi to discuss the government's stand. In fact, they're planning to submit a report to the Prime Minister. The centre had indicated earlier that it was ready to take another look at the law, but then seemed uncertain about repealing the controversial section when religious groups protested. Now that the court's verdict is in, the government may not have to do anything at all. And while the gay community celebrates, this could really be just the beginning of another larger battle for them. That brings us to our first question tonight. Will the High Court's ruling change mindsets in India? I'd like to direct my first question to Jayanti Natarajan in Chennai and to Mr. Rudy. Jayanti ji, when we asked politicians for their reaction to this verdict yesterday, everyone was so squeamish about it. Nobody wanted to talk about it, especially from the BJP and the Congress. What's the problem?
Well, obviously it's a very important issue. There is a High Court judgment that needs to be studied carefully. It's not a question of being squeamish. There are issues that need to be considered. There are issues that need to be discussed. And I think that to consider all shades of opinion, it's the responsibility of political parties. So there's no question of being squeamish. I think it's a question of being careful and considering all shades of opinion and considering the fallout and the ramifications of the judgment.
Sure, but everyone can have a personal opinion as well, and it's amazing that even younger MPs from your party were very reluctant to talk about this, certainly on camera.
Well, I don't think it's a question of being reluctant to talk about it. I think it's a question of understanding what the High Court judgment actually said, how far the High Court judgment went. This is something that has been on the statute book for a long time. There are likely to be strong opinions on all sides. There's no point, Nidhi, in us trying to sensationalize it. We need to consider the issue which the government is doing and which all thinking people will do, and then come out with a considered opinion after studying the judgment and after considering what the view is within our own parties.
But you've had 24 hours though now to look at the judgment and its implications, and everyone's analysed it threadbare. So as the spokesperson of the party, what do you think?
Well, I think 24 hours, there's no time frame. It's not instant coffee. We need, we can't set ourselves a time frame and say that we will announce what our considered view is within that particular time frame. We will discuss it, and government will discuss it. Naturally, I speak for my party and not for the government, but certainly it will be discussed with all the seriousness that the judgment deserves and the issue deserves, and we will come out with our view.
Mr. Rudy, why this reluctance among our politicians to talk about this?
Well, it's a fact that most of the politicians are shy to discuss it. And I think most of us otherwise would be shy to discuss it. If it is in a platform like this or outside on a street or in a college, you discuss it very comfortably. But when you have to get back in the corners of your drawing room and sit with your parents, I don't think everyone in this country would be comfortable talking about it. So let's be practical. Now this issue has come because, you see, we can talk about it, anyone can discuss about it. It's good. We have so many discussions and all these things are not very unnatural now. But the question arises that it is just not so simple as it looks. The High Court has said something, it's made an observation, it will go to the Supreme Court, it would be there for debate across the country. There would be a lot of things happening before something finally emerges out of it. Because there is a Hindu Marriage Act, there are other marriage acts, it's a matter of adoption, then you will have a matter of succession, inheritance, so many things are involved. It's just not at like that you are going to decide it. So I think let this debate be on, there's no problem.
And what side of the debate are you on? What's your opinion?
Well, I have not formulated an opinion yet.